Hi, I did want to do that video because a year ago that was the last time I've seen my dad alive. And he was here for a couple of weeks, holiday time, and since the past, I don't know, maybe, well, quite a long time ago, since the past maybe three years, maybe more, we had quite a rough time together. We couldn't understand each other. And every single time he was there, we started to have arguments. And that was sad because I wanted to connect with him. I wanted to stop that. And I tried lots of things. I tried in the earlys. I think that was most of the time when you don't understand each other. Anger, which is really hard to get off that, to make sure the other one connect with you. Then I tried to be sweet. I tried to understand him. I tried to wear his shoes. Anything I tried failed. Any single things and I do remember the last time he was here, and I even hugged him and told him that I was here to listen to him. But even though that wasn't enough, because also my dad was barely expressing his emotion, even when he was angry and wanted to argue about it. At some point, he would stop and turn his back on, or becomes totally silent and ignore anyone around him. And the problem with my dad is that he was one of the person was always there to help everyone, always there. And in the end, I mean, in the end, not in the end of his life especially, but after helping everyone, he didn't have enough energy for himself. And this is where it's dangerous for us all, because if we are not there for ourselves, who's going to help us? Even without giving credit about everyone is bad. I mean, we all go through difficult time. We all go through very busy time, and we can't always be there for everyone. We wish to. I mean, I wish I could be there for everyone around me, but if everyone has to deal with some sort of problem in brackets, we can't be there for the others every single time. So we have to be there for ourselves. We have to be there to gain strength for ourselves. And couple of weeks after my dad was here, I called him. I called him because I was deeply saddened by what happened again, and I couldn't bear it anymore. I couldn't. I didn't before, but that time was really the worst for me. That was it. My cup was absolutely full. I couldn't take it anymore, and I told him. I told him that I couldn't take it anymore. I told him that I was fed up about us arguing all the time. I told him that I was fed up that we couldn't discuss properly and have a normal conversation without being angry and not understanding each other. And then what happened is that I said to him, I tried everything. I tried everything except the only things I haven't done properly, or I could say I haven't done at all, because even if you're kind and try to understand the other one, that doesn't mean the other one is ready to understand you, because you're missing a point, and that point is what you feel inside. So I opened my heart and I told him that I loved him. I told him that I really need him, but not needing him to help me and be around me just like that, but need him to connect with him, need him to share good time with him, and need him. I even said that let's go for a weekend in Scotland and fishing, or going together in a cafe and share a cafe together. And then I burst in tears. I burst in tears because I was so saddened from all those years not being able to connect together. That really saddened me. And I'm a dad now, and I can understand where he was before with me, and so that's it. This is what I said, and then it's been a silence. And my dad over the phone said sorry, and sorry that I do apologize. Even said that I felt I wasn't there for you as you wish me to be there. And I thanked him, and I said, look, Dad, thank you. I know it's hard. I just wish that we could have talked about it together, just, going through and facing it together rather than each other standing in the corner trying to be right. That's terrible things that everyone is trying to be right. And it's barely that. It's barely someone is right and someone is wrong most of the time. It's two different opinions, and they are both valuable opinions, valuable insight of what's happening. But sometimes it doesn't work. I mean, one obviously or the other one and open a conflict with the other value. And it's down to us to care about it. It's down to us to make sure that it's going to be all right. And I think the best in any relationship, and this is my point, in any relationship, and especially when it comes to children, is to open your heart and tell them the truth, and really the truth. Not only living anger and frustration and sadness around, but just say, what do you feel? How do you feel? What do you wish? And I think if we were doing that, if we were more open, and I know it really takes great effort to do that, because we suddenly become vulnerable, and sometimes people can't take it, but most of the time they can. And vulnerability is at that moment the key, because if you drop down everything, well, that's the only way the other one can understand you. And that moment when I said that to my dad, everything changed. Our relationship changed. We called each other. We had chat long time together over the phone, and we made peace. We deeply made peace. And I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it, because on the 8th of December, at 8 o'clock in the morning, when someone called, someone I didn't know, and I had the difficult task to tell me that my dad has passed away. Well, I'm glad he passed away after we made peace together, after we healed our heart together. And I feel more connected to him now than I ever been feeling connected to him. And I'm glad I did it, because if I didn't, I will live with that. And what message I pass to my child if I can't open myself to her heart, to how she feels, and this is very important. This is where emotions are essential. So from that experience, I encourage you to open your heart, even when it's difficult, even when things are against you, even when it's the worst ever time for you, because when you do that, the outcome is always positive. The outcome will heal what's happened. And for that, you have to find the courage inside you. You have to do that to yourself first. You have to check with yourself how you feel about it. What's the most important things for you. So I wish you well. Let me know what you think about it. What are your experiences about it? And let's share that with each other and make sure that it benefits us all, because in terms of relationship is everywhere. Relationship is between our, in our family, between our couple, between a family, the other nucleus, our parents, our step-parents, our cousins and all that, our friends, our co-workers, our clients, everyone, everything is a relationship. So consider that and let me know what you think about it, and see how can we improve for everyone even more a relationship. Thank you. I hope to see you soon. Let's keep in touch. Share this video if you want, and make sure everyone benefit from it. Well, thank you. See you soon. Goodbye.